Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? So, as promised in our daily financial news, which again is a series we do every morning at 7:30 where we talk about money, your investments, and what is going on in the market. It is a daily update on what is going on. It is not endless stimulus videos. But what we talked about in that video is we are going to do a hot take on the existing inventory numbers today. They're outstanding. And really, I think what we need to start asking ourselves are prices rising too fast? Yes, these national existing numbers, which we will review in detail, are so good, are so seemingly once in a lifetime that we need to ask ourselves, are prices rising too fast? If the prices continue at this rate, we will have a national affordability problem, which, if you know anything at all about my story, affordability is the metric that saved my butt in 2007 or 8. Affordability is one of those metrics that, if you're not careful, it can really bite you in the ass. And I'm serious. I think prices are rising too fast nationally, which is crazy. Nationally, US is a huge market. So let's talk about it. These numbers are for September. They are amazing. But again, in the back of my mind, I'm asking myself, "Oh, danger, danger. This is hot. This is too hot." So here we go. Values nationally, $311,800. That's the median value across the country. That is up 14.8% year on year. Think about that. This is a national number. This is the East, the South, the Midwest, the West. Nationally speaking, 14.8% up. When I go back and look at all the markets that I've done over the years, yes, there are markets like California or New York that have these high up and down, boom and bust cycles. But the nation has so many markets that are just kind of flat, right? Maybe up with inflation. But September, 14.8% nationally. That number concerns me. Next, inventory. Again, nationally speaking, inventory or active listings down 19.2% year on year. Well, part of the reason prices are up is we just have a supply demand imbalance. Think about that. If nationally speaking, we have 2 million active listings last year and we're down rounding to 20%, that's 400,000 homes not listed that would have been listed last year. In an environment where we are seeing consumer behavior change, we are seeing millennials become owners instead of renters. We are seeing movement from high-priced New York and California, and they're changing the quality of life, right? You are going from renting a $4,000 shoebox to owning a home. Supply down, demand up. Simple Econ 101, you get prices up 14.8% year on year. I still can't believe that number. That's amazing. Next thing, this number is lowest since they've ever recorded it. It started in 1982. Month supply nationally, 2.7 months. Folks, we have an inventory problem. We have an inventory problem. 2.7 month supply. No wonder prices are up. This is, again, concerning. Something just to highlight for you. I've just completed a video and it's actually uploading right now about how a housing crash could happen or will happen in a couple of markets. You might want to pay attention to that. But yeah, it is something to behold. Nationally speaking, prices up 14.8, inventory down 19.2, sales pace 2.7 months supply. No wonder prices are up. No wonder prices are out of control. This is weird. We're in a pandemic. We're in arguably a double dip recession. Man, crazy. The other thing to point out, some people talk about, hey, real estate values when you adjust to inflation, no big deal. I found an article, I think it was on, it's probably in Bloomberg this morning. They did the adjustment for inflation. Today, the $311,800, nationally speaking, is the highest on record, even adjusted for inflation. Couple of concerning things. Again, you know that I believe in affordable housing. You know that I'm calling millennials the great shift. They are going from renters to owners like never before. First-time buyers fell. Last month, they made up 33% in August. They only made up 31% in September. The first-time buyer is a critical component of our market. It needs to be there. If this continually shrinks, it's telling you the market is becoming unaffordable. And again, this hurts my head to say nationally. The national market is becoming unaffordable. For those of you that live in New York, you're used to New York City being stupidly priced. For those of you that live in California, the Bay Area, Palo Alto, all these other crazy markets. LA, crazy markets. But we're talking national numbers here. This is unbelievable. So in the end, the supply constraints are most acute, most painful at the low end, and we are seeing prices rise the most in the low end. Another thing to say, and we've talked about, if you can flip properties at the low end, buy the slumlord, buy the total junkers, spend significant money raising the value and quality to FHA standards, this is the best market I've ever seen to flip to that home buyers. And I am executing one of those today and putting an extra 20 grand in our pocket because of it. It is a crazy market. So just because I have the numbers, I want to talk about each of the regions. Northeast, Midwest, South, and West is typically how these data are sorted. I'll just go how they're listed. Northeast, average price now $354,600. This number is stupid. It is up 17.8% year on year. For those of you investing or buying in the Northeast, damn, prices are up almost 20% year on year. Midwest, the average price now is $243,100. Good old sleepy Midwest. How many people on the coast want to go to the Midwest because it's cheap? Well, it was a lot cheaper last year. Prices are up 14.8% year on year. That's just nuts. The South, right? The great tilt to warm areas, red states, if you will. Average price now $266,900. Coming in at the low, slow appreciation of 13%. Yes, that's the low end. The South, only 13% increase in value. These are stupid numbers. And of course, the West, the highest median average now at $470,800, coming in just behind the Northeast with a 17.1% appreciation. These numbers are mind-blowing. We are in a health crisis. We are 8 months into a health crisis. We've come through a recession, if maybe a double-dip recession. But again, when you have supply 19% down, you have demand picture changing with millennials coming into the market, you have urban flight. This is what happens. The inventory of newly built homes wasn't ready in the suburbs. Builders were building in the wrong areas because, again, the consumer changed. But yes, I think we need to ask ourselves, are prices rising too fast? Just crazy. So again, I want to call your attention to a video I'm uploading right now. I do believe there are some markets in the US that will crash 30% in 2021. It's only a handful, but I get so much heat for my call for no housing crash that I finally broke down and highlighted how a crash will start, how it will build, and ultimately blow up in a couple of cities. So look for that video. It's 56% uploaded now, so maybe give it another half hour or so. It will be there for you. All right, everybody, take care. Have a wonderful day.